Well, hey there, everybody. Pat Mesiti here, and today we are not holding back. Let me give it to you straight, folks. And you know that I'm a straight shooter. And firstly, let me say in a moment, I'm going to introduce you an incredible man by the name of Greg Morgan, who's going to absolutely blow the hinges off the door on what's going on. But Australia, listen to me very carefully. The globalists want to destroy our economy. Albanese is doing everything he can to destroy the middle class. Why? Well, I shared it to you before. I'll say it to you again. There he is, Comrade Prime Minister. And it just shows by the belting us constantly interest rate hikes that we're getting, 13, I might add. On top of that, you've got a treasurer that lies through his back teeth. On top of that, we're getting belted with petrol taxes, belted whether if you buy a bottle of rum, 70 odd percent of it now is in tax. And guess what? We are the only nation in the Western world that has raised our interest rates. And folks, they're lying to you. They're saying one thing and doing another. Now, we can rant and rave and complain, or we can get off our rusty dusty and do something about it. Because let me tell you, the old money system is collapsing right in front of our eyes. And today I've got a very special guest. We're going to hear a little bit about his story, but then we're going to hear about an outstanding event that we've prepared because we want to beat these damn elites, folks. We want to beat the elites. Otherwise, we're going to be subject to them. And listen, you give them the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you. Greg Morgan, thanks for being with us today, my friend.
Absolute pleasure, Pat, as always.
Greg, tell me, what do you think about what this government is doing to our economy and to average Australians?
Well, it's a great way to start this conversation because economically, Pat, we're living in a shitstorm, pardon the French, right? The cost of living is skyrocketing, inflation rates, interest rates, food bills, energy bills, there's wars are going on, everything's going up and up and up. People don't have enough money to live on, let alone grow their money. So I don't know what the Albanese government is doing about this, just quietly, and it seems like not much at all. And you mentioned earlier the tax rate in this country. And this is where Australians feel the pain. Personal income tax, right? Australia relies heavily on income tax. And our top margin rate is 47%, including Medicare, right? So that is a big, tough ask for Australians at the middle level trying to move forward financially. They just can't.
Now, Greg, you were awarded, and listen to this, you've got to listen to this, Global Trader of the Year. So you know a little bit about trading. Tell me, how did you get involved in it? And guys, please don't switch off. Say, I'm not a trader. Listen, if you're in the job system, you're stuffed. We've got to do something outside of it. Greg, tell us a bit about your journey from television and how did you get into trading and be one of the world's top traders, I might add?
Well, that's a very good question. And I know we have a short amount of time. I'll give you the abridged version and all to the viewers who are watching us right now. Well, I started my trading journey about 10 years ago. Now, I've had a fabulous career. I've been a television cameraman, war zone correspondent, been shot at, did the whole thing. I've had a fabulous career, as I said. But the problem with that is I was earning a monthly salary. I was in the system, so to speak. You got to work hard to have a sort of retirement and spend the rest of your 10 or 15 years, if you can, on a pension. Right? No, forget that. That's the system. It does not work. And then something happened to me out of my control, Pat. I found myself in a situation that wasn't giving me the lifestyle I wanted. I was struck down with cancer 10 years ago. My first cancer. Wow. I've had another one since, but that's not relevant. But and during that moment of being on chemo for 2 years, out of work for 2 years, I was wrecked, obviously, physically. The chemo kept pumping into me to keep me alive. Financially, I was wrecked. I had to sell my house, downsize, no money coming into the family. And, of course, mentally, I was gone. I just didn't want to be around, basically. But through it all, I didn't give up. But through it all, I found trading. And it was coming towards the end of my 2 years out of fighting this disease. I got the all clear from my oncologist, and I went to the Tony Robbins event, right? We all know Tony Robbins.
Oh, yeah, of course.
In Melbourne, yeah. And I thought,
him personally.
Oh, he's brilliant. And I thought, I'll go listen to Tony Robbins. Hopefully he'll trigger something in my mind to move forward with my life. I didn't want to go back to, living, working 9 to 5, or I was working 9 to 9, 5 or 6 days a week for a salary. You just work until you die, as you know, right? You're just fulfilling someone else's dreams. So I thought, I'm not going to go back to that, even though I loved it. I want to live life on my terms, what's left of it. And you know what? I went to the Tony Robbins event, and it wasn't Tony Robbins that did it for me. Greg Secker from Learn to
Right.
Trade was sharing the stage with Tony Robbins. And when
Yeah.
he was talking about the currency markets, how anyone can do this and make serious amounts of money if they put their belief and get connected, the penny dropped. And that's when I signed up to Learn to Trade's 3-day Learn Forex program, their award-winning program. And I became Trader of the Year in the first year, Pat. I followed the rules, I followed the system, and it worked.
So that set you free. I mean, there you are, a cancer patient, and now you found this financial freedom. And it's not that you're a professional trader. You went to New York Stock Exchange already. You're an average Aussie bloke, cameraman, struggling with cancer. You have this epiphany, and let me just ask you, how has that helped you be financially free and independent, not leaning on government or whatever? How has that helped you?
It's helped me enormously. Now, and the way, because of the way Learn to Trade, the 3-day Learn Forex program and their award-winning trading platform, Smart Charts, that was a game changer for me, right?
Yeah, wow.
It was. And you've heard of Smart Charts, Pat. I know that. We've discussed that before.
I have, but our audience hasn't. Maybe can you explain that? What is this Smart Charts? I mean, I've seen it, I've watched it. Tell us about that.
Well, Smart Charts is a AI-driven trading platform that anyone can use. All you need to be is educated on how to trade it. There are inbuilt trading strategies that actually find the trades for you. And all we do with our students over those 3 days is focus on 2 trading strategies. And they happen to be, and I'll let you know the name of them, the trend wave and the breakfast breakout. That's all you need. Two trading strategies, a couple of trades a day, and you get consistency. And I just started to grow it because of Smart Charts, and Smart Charts, it's those breakfast breakout, those trading strategies have stood the test of time across market cycles. They've been around for decades, but Learn to Trade, or Greg Secker and his Smart Charts team, have embedded it into Smart Charts. And it's all about following the rules, watching other traders trade live. And with the breakfast breakout and inside Smart Charts, we trade live every day, 5 days a week. And you can copy the traders trade. And that's when I started to grow my account. Yeah. And I grew my account to 183% in less than 12 months, Pat. So you imagine having a 100 grand account or a 50 grand trading account. Getting returns like that is life changing, but you have to start, right? You have to start small. And this is the best time to learn how to trade with what we discussed at the top of this little broadcast.
It's in these difficult moments where people can create their financial freedom. Is that correct, Greg?
Absolutely. You know, we talked about the economy earlier, and that's what I say. Historical opportunities are available for traders who want to take them. So I would encourage anyone to get in. There are so many Australians moving into trading because they're not making enough money with their income, right? That's being depleted with the cost of living going up. And you look at Australia itself, even in Australia, the mortgage stress. Australia is one of the highest household debt levels in the world. Reserve banks have raised interest rates, right? Variable mortgage holders have been smashed, Pat. You know that. Monthly repayments have jumped dramatically. The cost of living crisis, the groceries, the rent, insurances, fuel, everything surged. So what do you do about it as a middle income earner or even a top income earner? You've got to protect yourself because the banks aren't going to take care of you. The government's not going to take care of you, right, financially in your retirement or your situation, your needs. There's only one person that can, and that is yourself. And that is why a lot of people turn to trading. And I've got some advice to those who want to turn to trading.
Now, Greg, we've got a lot of people out there. In fact, I want you to hear this. You don't need to be everything you need, you can learn. Everything you need, you can learn. You don't have to be a trader. Some of you are on pensions. Some of you lost your jobs during the pandemic. Some of you right now, you might say, oh, well, I don't have all that kind of money. Greg,
don't need
it. Can you tell the folks out there, do you need a lot of money to make a lot of money?
No, not to start with. Now, as you said about myself earlier, I might have had cancer twice. I've got dyslexia, ADHD, but I learned this amazing skill set of trading, and I started small. I just took the action to make it start, to make that start, right? Yeah. And that's what I did. Because when I was going through my chemo, Pat, I was trying to trade and make money trading. and I screwed up. I got scammed online, and I'm sure a lot of people get scammed online.
Yep.
So many traders out there spruiking their wares and say, "Come and trade with us." They're unregulated, unscrupulous traders, brokers, and educators. But what happened to me? I was spending thousands trying to learn this stuff on my own. My wife was saying, "Stop spending money, get better, get a job." And I didn't want to get a job again, Pat. I wanted to do my own thing, be an entrepreneur, right? Not part of that system. So I quickly learned that this game of trading is about starting properly with a proper structure and a proper plan, learning 2 trading strategies. That is your starting point. Do not risk your own money. And this is where I get gobsmacked. The amount of people that come into this game of trading, they download some free charting software from the internet. They stick their hard-earned in there because they're desperate. They want to make some money. They're hitting buy and sell by following some TikToker trader or some Instagram trader, right? And not knowing what they do. They blow up their trading accounts. They turn around to their friends and say, "Hey, Pat, don't get into trading. This is all BS. It doesn't work." Well, let me tell you, Pat, it works. If it can work for me, it can work for anyone. All you need is these 3 things, and I hope everyone's listening to me. These 3 things make a massive difference.
What do we need?
You need a trading system that does all the work for you, that finds the trades for you, that manages the risk for you. And that's why Smart Charts has been awarded #1 trading platform in the world. Yes, I'm biased when I say that because I love it, right? I want to change my life. And you need a trading strategy that suits your style, your personality, the way you trade, the time of day you trade, the time frame you can trade on, right? And then the third thing is, critical thing, being connected to a peer group of traders, watching other traders trade live. That's your shortcut to success. And what I've just mentioned there, Pat, all those 3 things are embedded into Smart Charts.
And this is what we're going to be doing next Tuesday night, folks. We'll put the link in the chat. We'll even have it on the screen, a QR code there. Please listen to me. I'll need you next Tuesday night and next Wednesday morning. It'll be the same thing. Greg, you're going to actually show people live. Is that correct? Tell them what you're going to be doing next week.
100%. And this is why we're putting on this webinar, right, Pat, to help people watching us right now move forward, just like myself, right, and thousands of others. And I've got I'm going to show people next week, next Tuesday, how I'm going to teach them 2 trading strategies, Pat: the breakfast breakout and the T wave. And guess what? They'll be able to walk away and trade them as soon as we're finished on Tuesday night. I'm also going to show our viewers, when they watch me on the webinar, I'm going to show them inside Smart Charts, how it finds the trades for you, how if you do this, like repetition is the mother of all skill, right? You do it again and again and again, because trading, ladies and gentlemen, is not about making a quick buck just to pay off a bill. You don't want this. What I'm going to show you those 3 days on the webinar, I should say, is how to set this up properly, proper structure, proper plan, so you can bring in consistent money day in, day out, week in, week out, and get to a point. Look, guys, you watching me right now, if you want to make up to $8,000 a month trading, you got to watch me on Tuesday night. Simple as that. That's what I'm going to say.
Now, folks, I've been ringing this bell of financial freedom since the pandemic, if not before. I told you guys about gold and silver. It went through the roof. Oh, yeah, but gold's dropped. It dropped 10%, but you made 80. Give me a break, folks. Don't go down that road. Everything you need, beloved, you can learn. And I've put this on. We're paying for the cost of everything for you to join us free of charge next Tuesday night or Wednesday morning. There'll be a link in the chat. There might even be a QR code up here. Folks, if you want to beat the system, you can't be doing the same old. Greg, the elites don't want us to know this stuff. They want to keep us in the dark. I'm not trying to feed you to say, yeah, but what's your take on that? I mean, they don't want people financially free. They want them stuck in a job, stuck in a taxation system. You've traveled the world. Tell us what's your take on that.
Well, now that I am free, I'm on that road to financial freedom. Well, I guess I'm there right now, where money is not an issue or stress for anymore. And you want to see how I got to that point, I'll show you step by step on the webinar next week. But when you move away from that system, and I call it the system, Pat, the system wasn't built for us to win. It wasn't. You go to school to memorize facts, right, that you never used in adult life. You go to school and you're trained to raise your hands, wait your turn, follow instructions, right? You're told then to get a job, work 40 hours a week, then pay half in tax, and you get to retire at 67 if you're lucky, right? That's not a life. That's a script. But I'll tell you what, Pat, and everyone watching me right now, and people don't question that because they're too tired from living it, right? But that's when you realize freedom is up to you. like whether it's trading or something else, making money online somewhere else, you can do it. Trading's just one vehicle of making money online. But let me tell you, I'm biased when it comes to trading because it works. It's
Yeah.
about following a plan. You do that every single day, you'll bring the money in, and that's exactly what I'm going to show on the webinar.
All right, folks. So we're going to put a link in the chat. And by the way, with the help of AI, don't freak out about AI. I mean, let me tell you this. You need to take advantage of technology. So next Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Brisbane time, 7 p.m. Sydney time, everywhere else, the link will be in the chat. There's also a link on the screen. And we want you to register. Our spots are limited. And Greg is going to show you live trades. And remember, everything everything you need, you can learn if you're willing to open your mind. Hey, give us an hour and a half and let's make the rest of your life the best of your life. Click on that link, register now. Thank you, Greg Morgan, for your time. I certainly appreciate it.
My pleasure. All the best. Look forward to seeing you next week on the webinar, Pat.
Me too, mate. It was going to be great. I'm looking forward to watching you do this live. It's going to be amazing. God bless you, my friend, and thank you.